Weather's next. Seaside FM news time is 6:04.
It might be confusing to some, a bit overwhelming perhaps, as to where to invest these days. You should invest, for what's the point of being 5 years older and not becoming at least 5 years richer? Markets may go down, then recover, but wasted time, you just don't get it back. Tune in every Thursday morning at 9:10 to the Financial Destination Show. It will be time well invested. Call 902-499-5879. This is Roger Hamilton. Until next time, stay safe and stay invested.
And for weather for tonight, cloudy with a small chance of showers, fog patches spreading inland this evening with a low of 19. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and cloud with a small chance of showers with a high of 28, humidex of 36, and UV index very high. In the night, clear and a low of 17. Saturday, a mix of sun and cloud with a high of 29. Overnight, cloudy periods with a small chance of showers and a low of 18. For weather at any time, visit our website at seasidefm.com. I'm Daniel Briand.
The following program is brought to you in the high-powered sounds of 105.9 Seaside FM in conjunction with...
My name is Charles Hsuen and I'm your host. December 21st, 1988. 1989. My name is Charles Hsuen. Welcome 1990. And welcome to our second anniversary show.
My name is Charles Hsuen. Welcome. April 3rd, 1994. And welcome to our 6th anniversary show.
My name is Charles Hsuen and welcome.
Today's date is October 18th, 2004.
Welcome to Charles' Tape Series.
Welcome to the JSC.
Welcome to an evening with Charles Hsuen.
Welcome to the Swing Arrangement with Charles Hsuen.
CQHS Productions celebrating 36 years of broadcasting.
It's the wonderful song, sounds wonderful, radio.
A good Thursday evening, everyone. Today's date is August the 1st, 2024. Welcome to Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen, right here on 105.9 Seaside FM, your home for the best music. A pleasant evening to all. I'm Charles Hsuen, and this is Evening Solitude. I bring you music until the program close. That's going to be down the line at 8 p.m. I have been away for a few weeks. I'm getting some rest and relaxation, seeing some great music. More about that a little bit later on. But to tell you that we are broadcasting to you live from the heart of Eastern Passage, Nova Scotia, on frequency modulation station signal 105.9 megahertz on your FM dial, online at seasidefm.com, Bell Aligned Digital TV Channel 779, East Link Digital TV Channel 952. You can also pick us up on one of our streaming sites by watching and listening to us. That link has just gone on, and it is on my Facebook Live custom Facebook page at the handle Charles HALIFAX Radio. Or you can add me to facebook.com at Charles HSUEN. You can go on YouTube Live and Twitch TV and just search Charles HSUEN and the date, August 1, under any of those platforms, and you can watch and listen to me. And if you have an intelligent virtual assistant such as Siri, Alexa, or Google Home, you can ask it to play Seaside FM. And if you want to contact me, you can do it one of many ways, lifting up your phone, giving us a shout here at 902-469-6000, or you can also message me on any social media platform by searching Charles Hsuen and message me in real time, or you can go to your email and request a song at requests@seasidefm.com. Yes, I have been away, and I have been to Montreal and Toronto and to see the folks, and then came back here all nice, relaxed, and refreshed to play you some great music. And we're going to start things off from 1990 with Harry Connick Jr.'s second album that he came out with after his great success. We're doing the soundtrack of When Harry Met Sally, that great 1989 motion picture starring Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan and directed by Rob Reiner. We are going to be hearing We Are in Love in the title track, which Harry Connick Jr. so competently arranges with his wonderful big band, as he still does to this very day. From New Orleans, here is Harry Connick Jr. and We Are in Love.
I know you so well. I can tell by the sound of your voice if you're really in love with me. And you are. No, I can't lie. If I say to you, baby, I love you, then baby, I love you. Oh, and I do. Yes, I do. I do. that's a phrase you thought never would phase you, well, baby, you better hold on tight. 'Cause I'm the one who's supposed to kneel down and propose. Well, alright. Ooh, I might. So when I kiss you goodnight, just sleep tight with the thought that you'll always be caught up in love with me. And you'll dream at the start up above at the answer of whether we'll be or whether we won't be in love. Well, we are. Yes, we are. I do. Could it be that's a phrase you thought never would phase you? Well, baby, oh, you better hold on tight. 'Cause I'm the one who's supposed to kneel down and propose. Well, alright. Oh, I might. So when I kiss you goodnight, just sleep tight with the thought that you'll always be caught up in love with me. And you dream that the stars up above at the end of whether we'll be or whether we won't be in love. Well, we are. Yes, we are. Ooh, we are. Girl, we are. Indubitably, we are.
Now more accessible than ever, watch and listen to Evening Solitude on Twitter, Periscope, LinkedIn by typing Charles Hsuen. That's Hsuen.
Rain falling from the sky like lonely tears through misty eyes. Rain streaming down my face brings memories my heart cannot erase. Here alone in all my sorrow, waiting for the clouds to hurry by, praying that a new tomorrow will put the sun back in the sky. Rain, wash away my tears, so when that sun appears, I'll see my love again. Here alone in all my sorrow, waiting for the clouds to hurry by, praying that a new tomorrow will put the sun back in the sky. Please, rain, tears. So when that sun appears, I'll see my love again.
Frank Sinatra, and one of the beautiful ballads that he recorded. And this was a single that he recorded very early on in his Capitol years, also known as his golden years, after having a setback in his career in the early 1950s. He wasn't happy being in Columbia with the big R&A person, Mitch Miller, deciding on what type of music he was going to record. And Sinatra did not have any control of his recordings, on top of which he had a throat hemorrhage, which caused him not to sing for a couple of years, or actually just about maybe a little over a year. And then he was having problems with his second wife, Ava Gardner, who was filming a motion picture called Mogambo with Clark Gable, and she was having an affair with Clark during that time, so we read it later on. And he was also trying to get a supporting role in From Here to Eternity. And if you believe in the Godfather story, he used the mob in order to strong-arm some of the people in MGM and to have him get that particular role, which won him the Best Supporting Actor and jump-started his career into what many people believe is the golden years of Sinatra. And that is Rain, from a bonus track that comes from a 1957 album called Where Are You? But Where Are You was done by Gordon Jenkins and his orchestra, who was a much more darker and string-filled arranger than Nelson Riddle, who, as you heard in that recording, can be in this beautiful ballad, but without, shall I say, stressing on the long notes. It kept the song moving. Recorded on the 9th of December 1953, you have all of the great backup musicians, including Skeets Herford on reeds, who later became part of Lawrence Welk's orchestra, as well as Felix Schlacken on violin, who was the concertmaster of that great orchestra by Nelson Riddle. Rain Falling from the Skies, a Robert Mellon and G. Finley composition. My name is Charles Hsuen, and this is Evening Solitude, starting off the set with Harry Connick Jr., and We Are in Love, that one from 1990. So, I had mentioned earlier that I had gone to Montreal and had a wonderful trip over there and got to see some wonderful music by the great Cuban-Canadian pianist Hilario Duran, along with David Occhipinti on bass at Upstairs Jazz Bar in Montreal. And sitting at the front of the club, I sat next to a wonderful couple, Jean and Vicky, who are listening to my program right now from Montreal for the very first time. And we got to talking about how great Johnny Hartman's vocal stylings were and how great and rich his baritone voice was. So I thought I might play something for Jean Robert. Here is The More I See You. And I hope to see you again sometime, Jean and Vicky, right here from Halifax to Montreal on Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen.
The more I see you, the more I want you. Somehow this feeling just grows and grows. With every sigh I become more mad about you, more lost without you. And so it goes. Can you imagine how much I love you? The more I see you, As years go by, I know the only one for me can only be you. My arms won't free you, my heart won't try. The more I see you, the more I want you. Somehow this feeling grows with every sigh. I become more mad about you, more lost without you, and so it goes. Can you imagine how much I love you? The more I see you, as years go by, I know the only one for me can only be you. My arms won't free you, my heart won't try. Can you imagine how much I love you?
Ballads, torch songs, and instrumentals to color your mood. This is Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen on Seaside FM.
Lentement dans le soir, le train s'en va. Sur le quai, son mouchoir s'enfuit déjà. Dans la glace comme un songe, le mur gris de sa maison, sous le jour qui s'allonge, s'estompe à l'horizon. Un nuage s'étire sous un ciel bleu. En passant, il semble dire un triste adieu. Et tout ce que j'aimais lorsque le train vire dans un flot de fumée se passe à jamais. Et tout ce que j'aimais lorsque le train vire dans un flot de fumée se passe à jamais.
Bringing to you the Great American Songbook from the 20th century and beyond. You're listening to Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen on Seaside FM.
A small cafe, mademoiselle, our rendezvous, mademoiselle. The violins were warm and sweet, and so were you, mademoiselle. And as the night danced by, a kiss became a sigh. Your lovely eyes seemed to sparkle just like wine does. No heart ever yearned the way that mine does for you. And yet I know too well, someday you'll say goodbye. Then violins will cry, and so will I, mademoiselle. And yet I know too well, someday you'll say goodbye. Then violins will cry, and so will I, mademoiselle.
From 2001, that is John Pizzarelli and his trio from the album After Hours, named and coined after an album that the great Nat King Cole had done, and it was a classic album, a wonderful album that was. That was Mam'zelle by John Pizzarelli, along with his brother Martin Pizzarelli on bass, Ray Kennedy on piano. A wonderful trio, which John Pizzarelli had very, very classic albums in the RCA label earlier. We are now going to be hearing, actually, before that, we heard Susie Arioli and Nuage, and that one coming from her album that she recorded in 2004, and that is a wonderful ballad. Now, a lot of people had mentioned that Jackie Gleason, in his theme song, Melancholy Serenade, is based on Nuage, and that is debatable, but Jackie Gleason was known to steal a lot of melodies and claim them as his own, along with his records. Jackie Gleason, of course, the big variety star on CBS, who starred in The Honeymooners and The Jackie Gleason Show. We're now going to be hearing sounds by Stacey Kent from 2007. This is one of my favorite albums that she recorded with the words of Kaizo Ishiguro, who was a Japanese-British author who wrote The Remains of the Day, that great motion picture and book. That motion picture starring Anthony Hopkins and Emma Thompson. Breakfast on the Morning Tram includes a wonderful version of Stevie Nicks' Landslide, and here is her version of this stunning ballad.
I took my love, I took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Yes, I'm getting older too. Take my love, take it down. Climb a mountain and turn around. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide will bring it down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, the landslide will bring it down.
Broadcasting live and direct to you from the heart of Eastern Passage. This is Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen on Seaside FM.
I just got an invitation through the mails. Your presence requested this evening. It's formal, top hat, white tie, and tails. Nothing now could take the wind out of my sails, because I'm invited to step out this evening with top hat, white tie, and tails. Oh, I'm putting on my top hat, tying up my white tie, brushing off my tails. I'm duding up my shirt front, putting in the shirt studs, polishing my nails. I'm stepping out, my dear, to breathe an atmosphere that simply reeks with class. And I trust that you'll excuse my dust when I step on the gas, for I'll be there, putting down my top hat, mussing up my white tie, dancing in my tails. Putting on my top hat, tying up a white tie, brushing off my tails. Yeah, I'm duding up my shirt front, putting in the shirt studs, polishing my nails. I'm stepping out, my dear, to breathe an atmosphere that simply reeks with class. And I trust that you'll excuse my dust when I step on the gas, for I'll be there, putting down my top hat, mussing up my white tie, and dancing in my tails.
That is the Fred Astaire story from Mr. Top Hat, Songs and Dances by Fred Astaire on Norma Grantz's Verve label. Fred Astaire at this point was coming out of retirement because Gene Kelly had, in a very competitive, I think basketball or was it, no, tennis competition with some guests, was so angry because people were not taking the game seriously that he went in and stomped his foot so hard that he broke it. And so that made the impetus for Fred Astaire to take over Gene Kelly's role at that time. And Fred Astaire decided to come back out of retirement in the mid-50s to put out some high-quality recordings. And that was one of them, Top Hat, White Tie, and Tails. Before that, Stevie Nicks' Landslide by the great Stacey Kent from the Breakfast at the Morning Tram album. Now we're going to do a double play. So that was Fred Astaire in 1957 with the Oscar Peterson Band. We are now going to be hearing Fred Astaire with the Ken Barnes Orchestra, and this was recorded in London, England in the mid-1970s. Ken Barnes decided to produce a bunch of albums along with Bing Crosby as well as Fred Astaire, and you can hear Fred Astaire a little bit older, but you'll also hear 1970s arrangements with high expense of arrangements with orchestral instruments, recorded live in very high-quality recording studios. So let's have a listen now to the same song, but done in the 1970s.
just got an invitation through the mails. Your presence requested this evening. It's formal, top hat, white tie, and tails. Nothing now could take the wind out of my sails. Because I'm invited to step out this evening in top hat, white tie, and tails. I'm putting on my top hat, tying up my white tie, brushing off my tails. I'm duding up my shirt front, putting in shirt studs, polishing my nails. I'm stepping out, my dear, to breathe an atmosphere that simply reeks with class. And I trust that you'll excuse my dust when I step on the gas. For I'll be there, putting down my top hat, mussing up my white tie, dancing in my tails. Stepping out, my dear, to breathe an atmosphere that simply reeks with class. And I trust that you'll excuse my dust when I step on the gas. For I'll be there, putting down my top hat, mussing up my white tie, and dance in my tail.
A big, show-stopping arrangement of Top Hat, White Tie, and Tails, recorded in 1974. Ken Barnes on the London label, recording a more elder statesman of Fred Astaire in these high-quality recordings with full live orchestra, and that him recreating some of his greatest songs in the twilight of his career. Fred Astaire would go on to do a couple more movies in the 1970s and virtually retire throughout the 1980s, and until I always remember the day because it was the same day that Jackie Gleason had passed away in 1987, I believe it was, and that is Fred Astaire in the Complete London Sessions. We are now going to be hearing, I guess we're going to be doing your full Metro Weather Call forecast for Halifax and the surrounding area, because I have not done one this hour. And so I'll update you on the weather with our little jingle.
What's tomorrow's weather? What's the low? What's the high? Will it be way all right?
Your Metro Weather Call forecast for Halifax and the surrounding area for this Thursday, August the 1st. Tonight, mainly cloudy, a 60% chance of showers. Risk of a thunder shower early this evening with a low of 19 degrees Celsius. On Friday, a mix of sun and cloud, a 30% chance of showers in the afternoon. Highs are 28 except 18 along parts of the coast. Humidex at 36 degrees Celsius. UV index reading at 8, which is in the very high category. Friday night, a few clouds with a low of 18. On Saturday, a mix of sun and clouds with a high of 27 and a low of 20. And Sunday, cloudy with a 30% chance of showers, high of 27 and a low of 19. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you're looking at highs of 25, 22, and 21, and lows of 15, 14, and 13, respectively. For more weather information, log on to seasidefm.com. Current temperature outside the studios of Seaside FM, Eastern Passage, Fisherman's Cove, and Shearwater. It is 20 degrees Celsius with a barometric pressure reading at 101.1 kilopascals and falling. Humidities at 100% with the humidex at 28. That's your Metro Weather Call forecast, and now a brief word from some of our sponsors.
Seaside FM weather brought to you by Roger Hamilton Financial Agent. Tune in every Thursday morning at 9:10 for the Financial Destination Show with strategies to improve your investments and to enhance your retirement income. Call 902-499-5879.
Are you in need of excavation and drainage solutions that stand the test of time? Look no further than Don Zachary of Rockbusters. With over 40 years experience, Don is the one you can trust for all your excavation needs. From repairing drainage problems to debris removal, he's got you covered. But Don's favorite? Repairing leaky basements. Say goodbye to damp, musty spaces and hello to a dry, comfortable home. Don't wait until the problem gets worse. Call Don today at 902-499-8857. That's 902-499-8857 for your water to be gone and excavation work to be done.
The station you can leave on at work all day. Your new home for easy listening music from yesterday and today. 105.9 Seaside FM.
Because they're free. The moon belongs to everyone. The best things in life are free. The stars belong to everyone. They gleam there for you and me. The flowers in spring, the robins that sing, the sunbeams that shine, they're yours, they're mine. Love can come to everyone. The best things in life are free.
From 1947, that was Joe Stafford with her husband Paul Weston and his orchestra from the album Autumn in New York and Other Classics on the Capitol label. That was The Best Things in Life Are Free. I cannot tell you how great those recordings of the late 1940s and early 50s sound. They were eons ahead of all the other labels in not only recording techniques, but as far as fidelity was concerned, when the long play record was just coming into the mainstream for listening to albums in long play. Because before then, all records were done in one track only for 3.5 minutes on 78 revolutions per minute. The long play record revolutionized the listening way that people listen to albums by the long playing record, which is where it came from at 33 1/3 speed. So they had sort of more of a story of track selection to be able to encompass the album itself. We are now going to be hearing sounds from 1964, Jerry Herman's great Broadway hit, Hello Dolly, and originally done by Carol Channing, and so many other greats, including just recently Bette Midler, who is slated, who wants to play the title track of another role that Jerry Herman had created called Mame, which was done by Angela Lansbury. Here, Charles Nelson Riley, Jerry Dodge, Carol Channing, and Urs Gavin and the Hello Dolly Ensemble sing one of the great hits from Hello Dolly, Put On Your Sunday Clothes, which was repopularized by the movie WALL-E. And here it is.
Out there, there's a world outside of Yonkers, way out there beyond this hick town, Barnaby. There's a slick town Barnaby out there, full of shine and full of sparkle. Close your eyes and see it glisten, Barnaby. Glisten, Barnaby. Put on your Sunday clothes, there's lots of world out there. Get out the brilliantine and dime cigars. We're gonna find adventure in the evening air. Girls in white in a perfume night where the lights are bright as the stars. Put on your Sunday clothes, we're gonna ride through town in one of those new horse-drawn open cars. We'll see the shows at Delmonico's and we'll close the town in a whirl. But we won't come home until we kissed a girl.
Put on your Sunday clothes when you feel down and out. Strut down the street and have your picture took. Just like a dream, your spirit seemed to turn about.
That Sunday shine is a certain sign that you feel as fine as you look. Beneath your parasol, the world is all a smile that makes you feel brand new down to your toes. Get out your feathers, your patent leathers, your feet and buckles and bows. For there's no blue Monday in your Sunday Put on your Sunday clothes when you feel down and out. Strut down the street and have your picture took. Just like a dream, your spirit seemed to turn about. That Sunday shine is a certain sign that you feel as fine as you look. Beneath your parasol, the world is all a smile that makes you feel brand new down to your toes. Get out your feathers, your patent leathers, your beads and buckles and bows. For there's no blue Monday in your Sunday clothes.
Ermengarde, stop sniveling. Don't cry on the valises. Ambrose, let me hear that tonic chord. Lovely, you're improving. Now get all 11 pieces. We're 7 minutes late. All aboard.
All aboard! All aboard! Put on your Sunday clothes, there's lots of world out there. Put on your silk cravat and patent shoes. For I can feel adventure in the evening air. To town we'll trot to a smoky spot where the girls are hot as a fuse. Put on your high silk hat and at the turn the crowd. We'll wear a handmade gray suede button glove. We'll join the Astors at Stony Pastors and kiss some positive love. As we walk from home, as we walk from home, as we walk from home until we fall in
CFEP is 105.9.
Welcome back to the second of 2 hours right here on Evening Solitude. My name is Charles Hsuen, and we have just concluded 60 minutes of an eclectic selection of music from the latitude of the 1920s to the 1970s and all the way up to the present day, including the different genres that we move through. And we just finished off with the wonderful Broadway play that was composed by the great Jerry Herman, and that was Hello, Dolly, with the wonderful Charles Nelson Riley. If you remember him in Match Game and various other television game shows, as well as a great Broadway star and talk show guest on Johnny Carson, Charles Nelson Riley, that was Put On Your Sunday Clothes. We're going to start this hour with some great recordings from the 1958 World's Fair in Brussels, Belgium. This was for the Westinghouse Radio Corporation, and Benny Goodman did a month-long residency at the World's Fair with his then orchestra. And it was a very well-put-together orchestra, including vocalist Jimmy Rushing. We're going to be hearing the Gershwins soon, and I think this is with the great saxophonist Zoot Sims, along with Benny Goodman and his orchestra. And this is, I think, one of the most touching recordings that he had made that was not regularly released in the Benny Goodman catalog. Benny Goodman, after he passed away in 1986, left all of his unreleased recordings to Yale University and his papers. So Yale University, every couple of months, was releasing a new Benny Goodman album for all of his listeners and fans. And this was one of them. This was Volume 3 of the Yale University Music Library on Music Masters label. Here is Soon by the Gershwins, by Benny Goodman and his orchestra, featuring Zoot Sims on saxophone. Benny Goodman live on the Westinghouse Radio Corporation, and that was Hsuen by the Gershwins, and that was at the World's Fair in 1958 in Brussels, Belgium. Well, a huge event has occurred in the last week, and that, of course, is the Paris Olympics, the 2024 Summer Olympics, which had a rousing rendition of opening acts, including a pre-recorded dance number by Lady Gaga, and as well as the stunning comeback of the great Celine Dion on top of a very rainy and wet Eiffel Tower. Don Gauthier, who is a longtime listener of Seaside FM and Evening Solitude, had suggested that I pick the original version that was sung by Edith Piaf of the song that Celine Dion had sung on the Paris Olympics, as well as this song was performed in the Tokyo Summer Olympics in 2020, sung by Millet. And so it's a very symbolic song, and boy, what a rousing rendition Celine Dion did, and I hope that she did not have too much physical travail because of the new documentary that is out. She has this autoimmune disease that really has stunted her singing career, and it really showed that she was so emotional performing this song. So here is the original 1949 French song, Hymne de l'Amour, and this Hymn to Love is what the translation. Words by Edith Piaf and more. You're listening to Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen right here on 105.9 Seaside FM, the home of good music. from an old vinyl recording, and that was Les Brown and his band Renown, and that is the symphonic side of Les Brown, who did a wonderful album of great American symphonic songs of the Great American Songbook. That one, of course, An American in Paris, done by the Gershwins in 1951 as a motion picture in Technicolor, starring Gene Kelly, Leslie Caron, Oscar Levin, Nino Foch, directed by Liza Minnelli's father, Vincent Minnelli, and additional script by Alan J. Lerner. It was a wonderful sort of ballet symphonic piece that climaxes into a 17-minute ballet based on famous paintings. I managed to get to see the revival on Broadway with my parents a number of years ago, and it was a fantastic show. Les Brown and his band of renown. Edith Piaf before that, and Hymn to Love, and that was sung in 1950 and released on the Capitol label. My name is Charles Hsuen. This is Evening Solitude right here on 105.9 Seaside FM, your home for the best music. We're going to continue on with Herb Alpert's lyrics and song with The Girls in Love with You. This one sung by Ella Fitzgerald and Ernie Heckscher and his big band. This one coming from the time period in which Ella was switching over from Verve to the Pablo label, and Norman Granz had a few years in the late 1960s and early 1970s where he was divesting his interest of not producing and doing more concerts, and so Ella was without a label and went to West Germany's MPS label to record this album called Sunshine of Your Love, which was a number of contemporary pieces of music that was done in Ella Fitzgerald style. Here, this is one of them from 1969, The Girls in Love with You.
You see this girl's in love with you. Yes, I'm in love. Who looks at you the way I do when you smile? I can tell we know each other very well. How can I show you? I'm glad I got to know you, 'cause I've heard some talk. They say you think I'm fine. Yes, I'm in love. And what I do to make you mine, tell me now, is it so? Don't let me be the last to know. My hands are shaking. Don't let my heart be breaking, 'cause I need your love. I want your love. Say you're in love with the guy. If not, I'll just die. I've heard some talk. They say you think I'm fine. Yeah.
That is Ella Fitzgerald from the album Sunshine of Your Love, recorded live on the MPS label, which, for those of you who are of a certain vintage, remember the BASF brand of magnetic tape for reel-to-reel and cassettes. MPS was owned by the BASF corporation, which put out very high-end vinyl and tape recordings. Although, when you listen to this recording of Ella, you can hear that it was mixed with a very heavy bass. A lot of those West German recordings, especially in this label, had too much bass for my liking, and it overpowered the orchestrations in the back. But that's what we had back then. We were privy to not being able to adjust anything. It was just what we were given, and that was fine with me back then. Things were a lot simpler back then than they are today. We are now going to be, I should mention to you, my dear friend Michael Syme is having a birthday tomorrow, so a big shout out to Michael Syme. I know it's been a while since we've gotten together, but we will get together very, very soon, now that I'm back in town. Okay, we're going to be hearing now sounds by the Count Basie Orchestra. I thought I might pull this one out because it happens to be one of my favorite albums, although it is not well known in the Count Basie catalog unless you are a huge, deep fan of Count Basie. And it was because it was his very last recording. But I love this recording because it has so much experience in every single person who is in this orchestra, became a jazz legend in their own right. But they are so in synchronicity together on this recording, recorded in December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of December of 1983 at the Ocean Way Recording Studios in California. You have Dennis Mackerel on drums, who took over for Sonny Payne, who passed away, and as well as the great orchestrations by Sammy Nestico, and the rhythm section just chunking along to the synchronicity of this band that could pull back behind the beat and really give it all as a big band recording. From the album Fancy Pants, Sammy Nestico directing the Count Basie Orchestra with the Count himself on the keys. Here is Put It Right Here, and it's definitely in the pocket.
Frank Sinatra, Ella Fitzgerald, Bing Crosby, and the great artists of the 20th century. Broadcasting to you live from the heart of Eastern Passage, this is Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen.
You turn the tables on me, and now I'm falling for you. You turn the tables on me. I can't believe that it's true. I always thought when you brought the lovely present you brought, why hadn't you brought me more? But now if you'd come, I'd welcome anything from the 5 and 10 cent store. You used to call me the top. You put me up on a throne. You let me fall with a drop. Now I'm out on my own, but after thinking it over and over, I got what was coming to me. Just like the sting of a bee, you turned the tables on me. You turned the tables on me, and now I'm falling for you. You turned the tables on me. I can't believe that it's true. I always thought when you brought the presents you brought, why hadn't you brought me more? But now if you'd come, I'd welcome anything from the 5 and 10 cent store. You used to call me the top. You put me up on a throne. You let me fall with a drop. And now I'm out on my own. But after thinking it over and over, I got what was coming to me. Just like the sting of a bee, you turned the tables on me. You're like Sarah singing. You put me up on the throne. You let me fall with a drop. And now I'm out on my own. But after thinking it over and over, I got what was coming to me. Turn the tables on me.
In slow motion, I'm reborn. I need a week to mow the lawn. I eat dinner with my flip-flops on, now that the summer's here. With my chores I only flirt, hung in my hammock reading Kurt, struggling to remain inert, now that the summer's here. Now that the summer is here, I'll laze all day, my work can wait. At night behave like a firefly and oscillate with my mate. Now that the summer is here, I'll laze all day, my work can wait. At night behave like a firefly and oscillate with my mate. I can spare somewhere with all listening to Ahmad Jamal. Poinciana says it all, now that the summer's here. One thing is crystal clear, I won't be going anywhere except my Adirondack chair, now that the summer's here. 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 Now that the summer's here.
That's Michael Franks from 2011 from his album Time Together. And it reached number 4 on the jazz charts there. Now that the summer's here, and it totally is, with the wonderful heat that we've been getting over here. Although I am not too much of a fan of the heat. I have to stay away or else I have to stay hydrated or else I'll get heat stroke. There you are, Michael Franks, who did a wonderful album in the mid-1970s called The Art of Tea, and that where a track called Eggplant, it was a big hit for him. He continued to record and had a long relationship with Warner Brothers and their record label. The centerpiece of that set, Anita O'Day and You Turn the Tables on Me. That one done with the Oscar Peterson Quartet on Norman Grantz's Verve label in 1957. To start things off, from 1983, the very last recording of Count Basie at the piano, along with Sammy Nestico, conducting the Basie band with Put It Right Here. Boy, the band was absolutely solid, and they were all in sync in that great arrangement that was done by Sammy Nestico, who we lost just recently at the ripe old age of 96. My name is Charles Hsuen, and this is Evening Solitude. Another tune goes out to Nancy Marshall, who requested a Summertime, and I thought I might play Lady Day, Billie Holiday's version, because, yes, we are right in the dead of summer. Here it is.
Short jumping and the cotton is high. Oh, your dad is rich and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Going to rise up singing, then you'll spread your wings and you'll take the sky. But till that morning, there's nothing can harm you. With Daddy and Mammy standing by. Take the sky, but till that morning, there's nothing can harm you. With Daddy and Mammy standing by.
That one sent it for Nancy Marshall. That was Summertime. That was Billie Holiday on the Columbia label in 1935. Early Lady Day in that recording. A lot of Billie Holiday's recordings were not recorded with the highest of technology, but it had that specific sound to it that sounded great on a gramophone. I have a few 78s of Billie Holiday, and with a stormy night or a snowstorm or something, and with a glass of wine and some candlelight, it's a wonderful feeling to listen to Lady Day through that medium. We are now going to be hearing sounds by George Burns, and I had the good fortune of seeing George Burns on his 95th birthday tour in 1990 at the O'Keefe Center, which is now the Sony Center for the Performing Arts in Toronto. I actually got to meet George Burns. He only came up to my shoulder. And I asked him for his cigar holder, but he said, "Sorry, kid, can't give it to you." And he went into his limousine. But he captivated an audience for an hour and 15 minutes, standing up at the age of 95. But I'm sending this out to a particular individual, Norma Allen, who calls when she can to my program and lets her know how much she loves me. So I love you too, Norma. And so here is for you, who I believe you're celebrating a very significant birthday tomorrow. So here is George Burns and Young at Heart, because Norma, you are always young at heart.
Fairy tales can come true, it can happen to you if you're young at heart. For it's hard you will find to be narrow of mind if you're young at heart. You can go to extremes with impossible dreams. You can laugh when your dreams fall apart at the seams. And life gets more exciting with each passing day. And love is either in your heart or on the way. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart? For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, look at all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part, you have a head start if you are among the very young at heart. Should survive to 105, look at all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part, you have a head start if you are among the very young at heart. If you are among the very young at heart.
Hear the spectrum of music of the Great American Songbook and more. You're listening to Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen, right here on 105.9 Seaside FM, the home of good music.
I have learned to smile when skies are gloomy. Smile although my heart's about to break. When I know that trouble's coming to me, here's the happy attitude I take. Though April showers may come your way, they bring the flowers
video streaming on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Twitch TV. You're watching and listening to Evening Solitude with Charles Hsuen.
Stepping out with my baby, can't go wrong, 'cause I'm in right. It's for sure, not for maybe, that I'm all dressed up tonight. Stepping out with my honey, can't be bad, feels so good. Never felt quite so sunny, and I keep on knocking wood. There'll be smooth sailing, 'cause I'm trimming my sails with my top hat and my white tie and my tails. Stepping out with my baby, can't go wrong, 'cause I'm in right. Ask me when will that day be? The big day may be tonight. If I seem to scintillate, it's because I've got a date with a package of the good things that come with love. You don't have to ask me, I won't waste your time. But if you should ask me why I feel sublime, dance. I'm trimming my sails in my top hat and my white tie and my tails. I'm stepping out with my baby, can't go wrong, 'cause I'm in right. Ask me when will the day be? The big day may be tonight. What a night!
The incomparable Tony Bennett, and that was the big hit that Tony made in 1993 as his comeback song that solidified him as the elder statesman of the Great American Songbook. We lost Tony a year ago last Sunday on the 21st of July 2023, and he left a legacy of great music, that being one of them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps it up for our program. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me in this travel through so many different types of genres under the Great American Songbook. I'll be back again, I promise to you, next week, same time, same station, with another edition of Evening Solitude. Till I speak with you again, I'm Charles Hsuen. Thank you for letting me broadcast for you. Good night, everyone.
Thank you.